Hello my dear students, welcome back to another session of computer application class. In the previous class we were discussed about the operators and expressions in the Java programming language, and already we have explained the 2-3 types of operators, that are arithmetic operators, unary operators, and also the logical operators. I hope you understood in the previous class. This is a continuation for the operators. So the remaining operators we can explain. That is a very simple part only. I'll explain. The next operators in the Java programming languages will be relational operators. So relational operators, it is a type of operators. It is used to do the comparison between different kinds of conditions. We can use it. Do the comparison between two conditions, two values, and the age of a person, and prices, and so on. So many things. Even for comparison purpose we are using the relational operators, and also it is known as a comparison operators. So what are the major comparison operators or relational operators we are using? So one more explanation will be the relational operators will be when we are giving the condition or when we are giving the values or variables, two sides will be there. That is, we already know in the mathematics we are telling it is a LHS and RHS. Okay, to comparing with the LHS and RHS, or joining to LHS and RHS, we are using the relational operators. So what are the major relational operators we are using in the Java programming? We can see. So not much. So it will be the first one is greater than symbol, less than symbol, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, then equal to, then the next one is a double equal to, not equal to. So these are the major operators, relational operators we are using in the Java programming language. So this is, we already know the name of the symbol, we already know. This is a greater than symbol, less than symbol, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, this is double equal to, this is not equal to. Okay, so what are the uses of this each symbol we can explain. So here already we know the first one is a greater than symbol. So greater than symbol means about two values will be there in the given expression, like LHS and RHS. If we wanted to check whether the first value greater than second value. So that kind of comparison if you wanted to do, we are depending on the relational operators. So the first one is A equal to 5, B equal to 6. Okay, so the next we are going to the comparison or relational operators. We are giving the condition like A greater than B. Okay, and we can give A less than B, and A greater than or equal to B, and A less than or equal to B. Okay, so the next one is A equal to B and A equal to B. The next one is A not equal to B. Okay, so this is example for the relational operators. So the A greater than B, A less than B, A greater than or equal to B, A less than or equal to B, and A not equal to B. This already we have seen. That means that this is very familiar. We are comparing with the LHS value and RHS variable. Okay. Then here we are seeing two type of equals, A equal to B and A double equal to B. Actually, these two will be comparison operator only, but some difference will be there. So one of the major question, every programming language, every time the students will be getting confusion, which is called as assignment operator. So what is the differences between single equal to and double equal to? It's a very small difference only, but also the students may get confused while attending the examinations and all. So 1 marks question or 2 marks question, the explanation it will come. So I'll explain the difference and show it. The first one is A equal to B. The second one is A double equal to B. Okay. So here the single equal to we are calling as a assignment operator. So the next, after logic operators, we are going to study about the assignment operator. Single operator or single equal to is called as a assignment operator. This double equal to is called as a checking operator. Checking means for conditional purpose or some kind of condition if you wanted to apply, we are depending on the checking operator. Okay, so how it will be working, we'll see. So here A equal to B. So the A equal to 5, B equal to 6. Here I just given the statement A equal to B. So A equal to B means what is the output of A? What is the output of A? See, A equal to B. So we are evaluating this statement. So the first value I have assigned to 5. That means 5 assigned to A, 6 assigned to B, and the next statement is important. I have given A equal to B. If the condition of the statement will be like this, what is the value of A? Which value will be printed? Here, so here we have what is the explanation, what kind of explanation we can give to the given statement. A equal to B means the value of B will be assigned to A. Already A is having 5. But after execution of this statement, the present value will be override, and which value we are going to assign to the A, that should be overridden and it will be stored. That means we will get the value of A will become 6. Okay, for this kind of assigning purpose we are using the single equal to operator. Okay, then what is the use of double equal to operator? So the double equal to operator is used to check some certain conditions. When we are giving some conditions while doing the programming, if you wanted to give, we are using the double equal to operator. Then how the double equal to will be working, I will show it. So here A equal to 5, B equal to 6. So here we are giving A equal to B. It's a question mark. Okay, that means the explanation of this statement will be the value of A will become equal to B or not. That means whether the value of A will be equal to B, value of B or not. So that is the explanation for A equal to B. That means we are going to check both the value will be equal or not. That's a simple explanation. The value of A will be 5, value of will be 6. That means 5 equal to 6. That means 5 and 6 will be equal or not. That is the explanation for double equal to. So this is also a type of relational operator. So this is the difference between the single equal to and double equal to. Single equal to is used to, again I am telling, because how many times if you are telling means that you have to, it's a very small topic, very small statement and function and operator. So because of that you may forget. Okay, so don't get confused. These two will be very important operators which we are using in the Java programming language. So the difference you should be understand while giving the condition or while assigning the value. So which operator we need to give it, that should be understanding. So here single equal to, it's known as a assignment operator. Double equal to is known as a checking operator or for condition checking operator. So assignment operator means to assign some value to the LHS variable, we are depending on the single equal to operator to check whether both LHS value and RHS value will be equal or not. If you wanted to give that kind of checking or comparison, we are using double equal to. The value of A and value of B will be equal or not. If it is equal means we will get the answer both are equal. If it is not equal, we will get the answer both are not equal. Okay, so like that some kind of comparisons we are using the double equal to, or to check whether some certain conditions, condition based. Condition means some kind of question. The question will be, after evaluating the given question, we will get two answers. It will be either yes or no. So if it is yes means the number of group of statement will be there in the yes section, it will be executed. If it is no means the number of group of negative statements will be that will be executed. So that is belongs to the programming section, you can understand little more. Okay, so now you just understand what is the differences between this single equal to and double equal to. Okay, so the next one is assignment operator. So assignment operator already I have explained, that is a single equal to. Assignment. So single equal to is considered as the assignment operator, to assign some value to from LHS to RHS or RHS to LHS or vice versa. For that purpose only, for assigning value, for that purpose we are using the single operator. So assignment operator will be this only. isn't it? So this is called as assignment operator. The next operators which is we are using in the Java programming will be increment and decrement operator. Increment and decrement and increment operator. So this is when we are doing the programming, one of the major or important part of the programming, we can tell it's a iteration construction or a looping statement. So that is it's not yet started. So when we are doing that is this increment and decrement operator is must and should. That means some kind of or some group of statements sometimes we need to continuously work it. That means just like a rotating a fan. So what is the concept of rotating a fan? When you switch on the switch on, the fan started to rotate it until you switch off it. So that is the concept of looping. That means a certain condition we are giving. When the condition will be evaluating, the group of statement will be started to execute. Then until it will get stopped, isn't it? So that means 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4. That means one rotation will be finished. The next rotation should be start and it should be get finished, means that we have to request it. Okay. So that is that means directly it is not possible. So with the help of some operator, we are requesting to the program controller to continuously work it, isn't it? So that operator is known as a increment or decrement operator. That means so moreover we can tell the group of statement or single statement, if you wanted to work or print or execute number of times until some condition will get evaluated or until some condition will get false or something, some based on some condition. Okay. So if you wanted to do like that, we are depending on the increment or decrement operator. Then how the increment and decrement operator will be evaluating or it will be executing, we'll see. Okay. So which is increment and decrement operator? That is first. So very simple operator only. The addition and the subtraction symbols we are using as an increment and a decrement operator. But the speciality will be 2 addition will be together, 2 subtraction will be together. So here decrement operator will be minus minus, increment operator will be plus plus. So these two operators, these two will be together. If it is a single, means that is addition operator. 2 addition operators will be together. This is called as increment operator. Incrementing means adding one more. Decrementing means minus 1. Okay, then how it will be we can see. So here I have given a equal to 10. Okay, so here the first how the decrement operator will be executing, we'll see. So here a equal to 10, the next I have given a minus minus, then what is the value of a? The question mark is represented by printing a. What is the value of a? So here the meaning of a minus minus means a equal to a minus 1. The value of a minus minus means a equal to a minus 1. So instead of a minus minus, you can give and also a equal to a minus 1. Either one statement you can give apart from the programming. Okay. So here both will be same answer. That means that the meaning of a minus minus means a equal to a minus 1. Okay. So how it will be, you can say a minus 1. A means the value of a will be 10 equal to 10 minus 1, that will become 9. So the answer will be 9. So this is the way we are evaluating. That means a minus minus means the present value of a. From the present value of a, 1 will be subtracting or minusing. So that is called as a minus minus. Isn't it? A minus minus means a equal to a minus 1. The next one will be plus plus. Plus plus means plus 1. That means increase 1. That means not 1. A minus minus means only 1 will be minusing. Okay. Plus plus means 1 will be adding. So the example will be a plus plus. That means a equal to a plus 1. That means we will get 10 equal to 10 plus 1. The value of a will become 11. So this is the way increment and decrement operator will be evaluating. So once again the increment operator will be plus plus, decrement operator will be minus minus. So minus minus means a, we are using a is a variable, it is having some value. The evaluation of a minus minus mean that it means a equal to a minus 1. That means the present value of the variable will get minus 1. That is after minusing what value you are getting, that is the answer. So that is called as a minus minus. The next will be a plus plus. A plus plus means 1 will be adding with the present value of the variable. A plus plus means a equal to a plus 1. The value will become a is 11. That means already 10 will be there, or present value of a will be 10. Then one we are adding with the a, so that we will get the answer will be 11. So this is called as a increment and decrement operators, what we are using in the Java programming language. So students, I hope you understood today's class with the increment and decrement operators and assignment operators. So if you are having any doubt, you can drop the queries to the subject group. Thank you students. Take care. Have a nice day.